All right. Well, thanks everyone who's tuning in. Just about got the last of my camera set up. Should be a fun night tonight. Got a lot of fun stuff to put together. So I guess the question now becomes, is it time to prime? Alrighty. Let me just catch my breath real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can breathe some more. Alright. Let me just zoom in teeny tiny bit. Hey, Bubble Nugget, thanks for joining us tonight. We're working on Lamenter still, but we are trying out a couple different painting methods. See, the fun thing about yellow is that it is a very unique method to get different types of shading, as well as contrast. So one thing that I really like is there are so many ways to get a good yellow that I come up with different recipes to try all the time. So I used an acrylic ink to get a rounded look on this minifigure, but I used a flat lacquer paint to get a flat look on this fella's armor. So what I'm thinking of doing is using that flat yellow on this tank right here. That way we can create some sharp, angly shadows. But I have two different priming techniques that I want to try Duncan Rhodes's new yellow paint on. So Duncan Rhodes is a former Games Workshop employee, and he's released his own line of paints that are pretty similar to some of the old Warhammer paints. Well, I got myself this nifty little guy. He is the first ever Lamenter's character in the Warhammer setting. His name is Captain Crab, and I want to paint him in colors that throw back to his classic look from the early 1990s. So I figured the best way to do that would be with Duncan Rhodes's paint. But what I didn't know was whether it'd look better if I did if I primed it with white primer. So I'm going to test white primer on this model. Or if I take a more modern take to prime it in brown, zenithal it in red and white, like I did with this model right here. So what I want to do is kind of A/B test them against each other so that I can see which painting method looks best, so that when I get around to painting Captain Crab, I'm making, I'm honoring the model as well as the Lamenter's chapter by doing it in a paint scheme that looks good while still throwing back to the classic Warhammer look. So I'm real excited to be trying this out. So like I said, what I want to do is first prime the models. So I'll start with this white primer here by Pro Acryl. The reason I'm starting it with white is because this Vindicator tank that I'm working on, it needs another layer of primer. Last time I was on stream, I tried zenithal ink it with white ink and it kept clumping up. So what I want to do is try to cover up some of those clumps. You can see that I tried with some white spray primer already, but I just want to take another hack at it. This gives me opportunity to do some controlled shading here on the dozer blade, as well as actually get the trunk. So, what I'm going to do first is clean up my area a little bit. So I'll move these off to the side. I'll move these off to the side. I'll move my flat yellow off to the side. I'll move my Smash Captain. Oh, he looks smashing, doesn't he? Yep, I'll move him off to the side. That way it'll just be us and this primer. Let me move, this fell off to the side though a little bit. So, let's go ahead, pull out the airbrush. Oh, I already got it, I'm so smart. We'll turn on our air compressor. I like to do my white primers at 38 psi. Let's screw this in. Do a quick test spray. Oh, this is why we test. Oh, it must be... I must not have done a good job cleaning it out if it's clogged. Oh. Oh, bother. I am surprised. Oh, I see some wet bubbles. Maybe it didn't dry all the way. This is not how I wanted to start this stream. But like I said the other night, take good care of your airbrush, it takes care of you. So I have clearly failed in that regard. See, needle looks fine, so what could the problem be? Did I just clog it with that excess water? Or not water, thinner? Mo Beck, thanks for joining us tonight. Just doing some surgery on a grape right now. Yeah, that looks like a clean hole. Let's see. Bubble Nugget asks, where else do I stream? I stream on TikTok and YouTube. Same handle, though. Lamentably _ See, all right, let's try screwing this back in. There we go. Let's check. Yep, still spraying. All right, so let's screw this back in, and we'll hope that works. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, so if we do 6 drops of primer, we're going to want 12 drops of flow improver. Let's use the big one, because I like using the small one to be precise. So here we go. 1, 2. Oh. Shake, 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 shake it. Sup, lethal guy? How's it going? Alright, let's make some bubbly milk. That sounds a little too thin. That could be a problem. Looks kind of inky, too. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't look like... Looks like it might be a bit too thin. Yeah, let's drop a couple more drops in. Maybe 4 more drops in there. Ideally, we want the consistency to be like skim milk. Or 2%. Beats Box, how's it going? Oh, it's Bubble Nugget on YouTube. How's it going, Bubble Nugget? Thanks for joining us. Yeah. Well, sweet. Appreciate you swinging by. We're just trying to figure out why if my thinner's too thin. It might be. I don't know. Looks a little thin and inky. Granted, I love ink. Oh, you followed me on TikTok too. Well, hey, I appreciate it, Bubble. Means a lot to me. So maybe let's test it on this Vindicator first. Oh, you are Drip Master Horse himself. I like it. I like it. That is an awesome name. Let's see, let's lock in at 45-degree angle, and then away we go. The hope is that we cover up some of these dots, but we don't want to overpower the model. Yeah, it's thin and inky, just the way I like it. Oh, well that's awesome. I'm glad I already follow ya. That's perfect. Oh, yeah. The joke I've made is, it's a tank that can clean up its own mess. It's a bulldozer that cleans up after itself. Gonna try some panel modulation around the door. Looking good, looking good. So here we go. Right in the middle now. Yeah, that's going to be some good looking panel modulation. Perfect. Oh, that's looking good. All right, now let's prime this guy. See, I'll move him back a little bit so I'm still within the box. So I'll zoom in the camera. Going slowly for a nice even coat. Nice and slow, that's how we go. And that's how we get an even coat. Nice and slow, that's how we go and get an even coat. As it slowly as we go, that's how we know that is to go. Slow, slow coat. That's the way we gotta go. If you know you want a coat, then you know you gotta go slow. Spray, 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 spray for days. Ollie, thanks for joining us. There we go. Oh, this spray's coming along quite nicely. Nice, thin, even coat. Let's give that a second to dry before we use the rest of this primer on it. That's one nice thing about airbrushes, is you can slowly layer it, one top the other, top the other. It's real nice. Yeah, it's starting to pool a little bit, so I think we made the right decision to stop when we did. Maybe I'll just touch up some of the highlights on this guy a little bit. Just tighten that spray a little bit. There we go, very tight. Get this hammerhead. Nice. Nice little touch-up. Very thin, too. I'm very happy with that. Get these coils a little bit. Nice, looking good. Very thin, very even. Oh, I'm so happy. This is going to be a beautiful Smash Captain. Alright, that's probably enough time to do another layer on this guy. We'll keep our nozzle tight so we can do it direct. Looking good. Oh, I love how smooth and even it is. I'm very happy. Starting to pool a little bit on the back leg, so let's make sure we get the underside. Looking good, looking good. I know GW is making a Horus Heresy line of Space Marines too. I think they'll make minis of the Primarch during the Heresy. If they do, they'll do it for the what's it called? The Legion Imperialis game, where they have all the big tiny vehicles and stuff. Ooh, Last Stand on TikTok says they just got Paintception going, working on Hellblasters now. That's awesome. How are those Hellblasters coming along? But yeah, one thing that's really nice about the Legione Imperialis game is that you can get the full top-down experience of the Horus Heresy. You're getting the tiny armies, you're getting the big mechs, the big tanks. It looks like a real fun game. Alright, we're out of primer, so I'll put this guy down. Let's see, let me scoot back a little bit, grab some different, the brown primer that I dropped. And then I'm also going to clean out the airbrush so that we can do the, what's it called? The brown primer. Oh, they already have mini Primarchs. Well, that's good. Oh, we're talking about the character series Primarchs. Gotcha. Well, as a Lamenter, which is a Blood Angel successor, I have to say that my favorite is far and away Golden Hawk Boy Sanguinius. Ooh, Last Stand. Sounds like those Hellblasters are coming along great. Proud of ya. Well, that's awesome. Coming along nicely. What's your favorite Primarch model, Beatbox? Oh, nice. Well, that's convenient then. They're already all minis, then yeah. I really like the character series minis. They just did Fulgrim a few months ago, where he's starting to turn into the demon Fulgrim. I bet the eventual 40K release is gonna look like that, or very similar to it eventually. Probably something like a little bit more demonic, since he's been a demon for 10,000 years by this point. That'd be my guess anyways. Oh yes, all the Primarchs, of course. As the Emperor wills it. Oops. Hit my camera. Let's see. Let's start doing our ratio. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shake, 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 shake. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's get that backflow going. We got some chocolate milk. Oh yeah, Sanguinius. The golden hawk boy. Oh, my poor hands. That's why I do my spraying in a box, so I don't get primer hands. Ooh, Warsmith Funny Man has a funny note. That Asterion Moloch, the chapter master of the Minotaurs, has been listed killed in action 6 times. That's a little suspicious, alright. Wonder what the long-reaching implications of that will be. Oh, I really like this color of red-brown. It's a very nice primer. And I'll admit, Wartsmith Funny Man, as a Lamenter, I'm happy anytime a Minotaur gets killed. Killed my sad boys, so sad boys need their revenge somehow. And you know what? Goodness knows the sad boys don't have the skills to take him down. Oh, they found him in space once, just floating around? That's funny. Oh, it doesn't say I'm live on TikTok? That's weird. Yeah, no, I'm watching myself from another screen, and people are commenting. Let's see, is there a link? Let's see, on my YouTube, there's a link to my TikTok. See, I don't have a link to the stream, though. Yeah, Warpsmith, a good Minotaur is a dead Minotaur. And what's sad is, any, fancy gear they have, they're getting it straight from the High Lords of Terra. So they didn't even need to steal all the Lamenter's loot. It's probably inferior to all the stuff they had to begin with. No fun. No fun for Lamenters at all. Well, I am very happy with how this primer's coming out. Thin chocolate milk. Look at that thin consistency. I'm very happy with it. That's right, behind the screen studios, it is a chocolate Space Marine. Oh yeah, this is what good Hershey's chocolate used to look like. It don't look like this anymore. Dang shrinkflation. Carnier, son of Horus, says the ruinous powers. Tell me to paint your mouth? With because it looks like chocolate. I got it. Okay, I got you now. Yeah. You know what? This primer looks good and it smells good. Not gonna lie, there's some element of Nurgle telling me it probably tastes good. Maybe that'd be a fun 1,000,000 subscriber activity, drinking a bottle of chocolate primer. Yep, layer after layer, it's coming on real smooth. I'm very happy with this color. It's called German Red Brown. Well, hey, thanks for the like, Carnier. Yeah, they could have made the Minotaurs nice, and nobody would have complained. But no, somebody said, well, I guess somebody said, if they're going to be the lapdogs of the High Lords of Terra, why make them nice? In fact, it's probably better long term if we associate them with the criminalish behavior of the High Lords of Terra. So I'll just blast the last little bit here on the dozer blade, because I like the dozer blade being dirty. So here we go. We're just going to blast the last bit of our chocolate primer. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Oh, that's going to look real good colored. That'll look like a natural stain. Oh, look how it's running down. Oh, that's perfect. I wish I could say I planned that, but this will look so good when it's dry. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's some natural wear and tear right there. Maybe I should do another blast of it once it's all painted. Let's try this. Yeah, looking good. Looking grimy, looking worn. Yeah. I'm very happy with that look. So let me just put that down real quick. Let that dry. Let both those dry as I clean up the airbrush. Like I was saying earlier, you take care of your airbrush will take good care of you. Ooh, Warsmith Funnyman raises an interesting point. He says, I think the reason the Minotaurs act, as jerkish as they do is because they like to test their skills. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh yeah, Wartsmith, this is going to be another Lamenter's Vindicator. What I'm also doing right now is I'm going to test a couple different primers. I got my hands on Duncan Rhodes's yellow paints, the full... Oh, no worries, I'll start over. What I'm doing is I'm testing a white primer against a brown and red zenithal, because I got the new, not new, but kinda new, Duncan Rhodes yellow paints, his yellow triad, which is supposedly inspired by some very old GW paint. And I got my hands on the very first Lamenter minifig, or the very first Lamenter miniature called Captain Crab, Crabb, Crab. And I want to paint him in a style that's reminiscent of the early 1990s, late 1980s paint style. So I'm testing two Primaris models, against each other so that I can get a better idea of what base to use to make a color scheme that honors the figure, honors the old painting style. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm real excited. Let me just plug in my phone real quick. There we go. Camera shouldn't be dying. Well, perfect. So let me just move my leg real quick because it's starting to fall asleep. Taco Maniac. That is an awesome name. Oh, your headphones stopped working. No worries. Ooh, let me just stretch my leg a little bit. I'll let my foot fall asleep. Ouch. Let me tell you, feet falling asleep is not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, let me pull this guy out of the bag so everyone can see him. And the backpack. It didn't come all in one piece, I'm afraid. So this is Captain Crab. He is... Oh, let me zoom in the camera a little bit. Yeah, this is Captain Crab. He is a Rogue Trader-Era miniature. Rogue Trader was what a space setting which eventually became Warhammer 40,000. And in one of the first catalogs, where they debuted like 19 or 20 original Space Marines, Captain Crab was painted yellow and had the Lamenter heart-shaped pauldron with a checkerboard on it. So he is actually the first ever Lamenter character in Warhammer. Oh yeah, Wartsmith, these are going to be all Lamenters because I want to test, a good paint scheme for Mr. Captain Crab here. He's got a hand flamer and a pistol. A few years ago, I tried making a Primaris Captain Crab. It looks good. I couldn't find it before the stream, so I'll keep looking for it. But I'm excited to put him next to this guy. I'm going to clean up the rest of this old primer. And this should be a good-looking Captain Crab when it's all done. A big part of that, though, is going to be needing to see which of these Duncan Road paints this paint triad is going to look better. Hey, Rickster. Hello. Which one of these, or how this Duncan Roads paint triad is going to look over which priming method. So, that's why I want to test the two against each other. The brown primer with the red zenithal versus the all white. And looking at it, still looks a little Corax white, so I might do a layer of maybe monument white over it. And that's probably a fair thing to do, or make it, or maybe this Duncan Rhodes white scar. Keep it all in the Duncan Rhodes paint family. Because this is looking a little more like Corax white than white scar white. So if it doesn't look like white scar, we'll paint it with white star. Very nice, very nice. So, let's put this light down on him, get a closer look. Yeah, I think this guy is just about dry. So we're probably good to start layering that white star. White star. It says very clearly on the bottle, white star, not white scar. And that'll be fair too, that we touch it up with a a second layer of paint because, that's what we're going to be doing for our German red-brown with the layer of Vallejo scarlet red. Ooh, you're right, Wartsmith, funny man. Their deaths are not often glorious. A lot of them are usually due to friendly fire. Not glorious at all. So let me just tighten up my paint fixture here. Just make sure it doesn't go flying off anywhere. Let me take the... I'm actually really impressed with these Duncan Road yellow paints. Yeah, it makes sense that the guy who was Games Workshop's best Devi painter knows a thing or two about making his own paints. They're very thin. I like the shape of the bottle, shape of the lids. A lot of them have mixers already in the paint, so that's real nice. They come out really easily. All in all, they're a very, very nice paint. Cough, cough, mortifactors. Yep. Teens killing mortifactors. I do not like those mortifactors. Sam, I do not like them. No, no, no. Or however the poem goes. I'll readily admit it has been a few years since I've read Dr. Seuss. Oh, hey, we got 14 people in the comments and over 1,700 likes. Wow. Well, hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much. We got a lot of big projects on our plate right now, and I'm excited to be doing them all with you. Jam, Jamm, that is an awesome name. So, let's carefully take this guy, our Mr. Chocolate, off to the side. Let's put our Vindicator with its 30 dozer blade off to the side. Again, I gotta say, I'm really happy with how those brown splatters came out. They look just like natural wear, tear, and grime. Oh my goodness, I wasn't looking, and we've already jumped to 2,000 likes. Wow. Well, hey, thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. RGB Foundry says, my favorite relevant joke. It's nice to see somebody on TikTok bringing home 6 figures a month. Oh, that's so true. Yep. Almost every guy I have on top of my spray box is somebody I've brought home within the last month. So I've brought in at least 6, 7, 8 figure, 9, 10 figures. There we go. Brought home 10 figures. I'm a gajillionaire. Hooey. Let me tell you, Warhammer is a fun hobby. It is not a cheap hobby. Oh, Wartsmith Funny Man asked if I have a banner bearer for my Lamenters. I have 2, actually. One's in the car, but let me see if the other is here. Here inside the house. Specifically here inside. Oh, yeah, yep. This is one of the first this is a Lamenter I painted towards the end of my second year of painting Warhammer. And I was real happy with how this came out. I zenithaled it in white what's it called? Corvus white? Corax white? Yeah, Corax white with yellow Imperial Fist over it. Recess shaded it with Cassandora yellow. Can you believe it? I'm still on my... Oh, no, this might be my second pot of Cassandora yellow, actually. But, yeah, I gave him a Forge World helmet. You may notice that I even painted the teardrop that naturally came on that helmet. I gave it an N-Carmine power sword because it was still 9th edition at that time, but they still... they let you use power swords on the model, and I said, hey, this'll look fantastic. He'll look like he's fiercely defending the banner. And, with that crying helmet, I felt like that was, not only a nice throwback to his Blood Angel heritage, but also a good one for the Lamenters. Because Lamenters are the sad boys. The soft, tender Emperor's unlucky sons. Hey, thank you. Ooh, Silver Milk Carton asks, do I read any Warhammer books? And if so, what is my favorite? I've read some Warhammer books. But I think my favorite so far would have to be The Infinite and the Divine. It is also the first Warhammer book I read, and because it was so highly recommended, it seems to be a lot of people's favorite Warhammer book, so I think I did well in reading it first. I skimmed through the new Leviathan book that came out with the Leviathan launch box. Well, not with the box, but around the same time the box launched. And, I thought that was pretty good. I expected it to be a little more lore-heavy. Talk a little bit more about the start of the Leviathan Crusade, whatever it's called. And, I expected it to talk a little bit about or allude to Ogham. So I was actually kind of surprised that it was a fairly standalone Tyranid invasion book without, it didn't feel like it, I feel like it was just a off-the-shelf Tyranid invasion book and didn't really really do anything to further the narrative. Granted, the narrative wasn't really furthered, or couldn't have been furthered much by the book, now that I think about it, because it launched around the time 10th launched, and as that Ogham thing, vote for your side, was kicking off, so, I guess they really couldn't realistically have, released the book close to the ending of the campaign or anything like that. But yeah, favorite Warhammer book, Infinite and the Divine. Sounds like that's a lot of people's favorite, so maybe I'm a normie. Will, thanks for joining us. Just in time for us to spray this guy down. Giving him a coat of white paint to go over the white primer we gave him earlier. The white primer looks more like Korvax white, the old white primer spray, than it does the White Scar spray, so we need to clean it up. Oh, Warsmith Funnyman says, I wish to see the Lamenters take Asterion Moloch's spear. Yeah, that would be funny. And some good payback. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably going to be enough. Let's mix it and find out. Whoop! I usually don't mix inside the pot unless I feel a little brave. I was probably a little too brave and not enough smart. Oh, look at that explode. It's too thin. Let's add a little more paint. 4. Let's do 4 drops. Gotta mix up our milk. Yeah, look at those bubbles. Oh, I like those bubbles. Whew, they're exploding. Yep, these are some bubbles, all right. Oh yeah, Wordsmith, imagine a Lamenter. I take this beer for Sanguinius. Oh, that would be dope. So let's do a test spray real quick. Okay, that's nice and thin. This might be good. We'll just have to go low, slow, and careful. Here we go. Lock in at 45 degrees. We'll zoom in a little bit. And then away we go. Oop. Oh, yes. That white is looking so much better over... Yeah, that is a much nicer white than that white primer. I guess that's why it's meant to be a primer and not a finisher. Prince Danny, that's an awesome name. Thanks for joining us tonight. Getting some good work done on this Lamenter. Ooh, Wordsmith Funny Man asks, will I make a sanguinary priest if I haven't already? I have, but I left him in my car from my last Warhammer game, so... Yep. I have a partly finished one I'm working on. I'll see if I can find him in a minute. Let me just finish this spray real quick. There we go. Oh, that is a nice looking white. I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's a good looking white. A good looking white. I like it. Let me just screw this back on real quick. Then we'll zoom this out while I clean out the brush real quick. Airbrush cleaner. Can't live without it. Never leave home without it. Nice. So yes, Warpsmith, let me just clean this out real quick and I'll show you my Sanguinary Priest. Or the one I'm working on. Nice. Yep, this is a clean looking brush. Yep, let me just turn off my compressor, stick the charger back on it, and then I'll set this brush here. And then I'll go look for the Sanguinary Priest. I know it's around here close. Oh, yeah, it was right here on top of my spray box. Perfect. So yeah, this is a Sanguinary Priest I'm working on right now. He's kit bashed to have the Blood Angels Blood Angels Chaplain jump pack. So he looks real fierce. Ready to dive in a battle and look good at the same time. I really like how I got the color of his robes. I used a speed paint called Dusk Red for it. Yeah, it's a real good looking brown red mix. A little more on the red side than the brown side. So I'm real happy with how it came together. Thought the guy was well undershaded. Don't know what color to make the wings, probably red. But yeah, he's coming along real nice. Well, hey, I'm glad you like him. Yeah, I'm real proud of this guy. He came out real nice. Definitely ready to lead the Sons of Sanguinius. Jesse, thanks for joining us. So yeah, I'm very happy with how this guy came together. Let's see, let me put this speed paint back. I'll put this Sanguinary Priest back up. I know our White Star Mini probably isn't dry yet, but he does look a lot more white than he was a few minutes ago. So he's headed in the right direction. Let's see. Oh, I should put the lid on the airbrush cleaner. Where'd I put that lid? Oh, bother. I can be so forgetful sometimes. See, that's varnish. Well, shoot, I don't remember where I put my airbrush cleaner. Oh, found it. Yeah, sometimes I'll usually put my lids on top of the spray box. Sometimes I'll just put them out of reach. Sometimes I'll put them over here on the side. Yeah, it can be a little messy. Oh, gotta drop a paint on my camera here, so let me just... There we go. Here we go. Hey, Death Company Chaplain. Thanks for joining us tonight. You just barely missed out on my Sanguinary Priest with Jetpack. But hey, he has returned. He made a special landing just for you. Yeah, I actually used a new speed paint on him called Dusk Red. It looks a little more red than brown, which is a little funny because we're also playing around with this primer that's it's called German Red Brown by Vallejo. It's kind of looks like old Hershey's chocolate. So this one's a little more red on the red-brown scale. This one's a little more brown on the red-brown scale. So yeah, I'm very happy with how he came out. Well, I mean, I say as if he's done. He's still got a ways to go. I'll probably do... I was debating keeping his Curious white colored. I'm playing with the idea of making it gold or bronze now. See, I want to give him red wings, maybe gold trim. And, of course, the goblet's got to be gold. And if I'm making a gold goblet here, might as well make this goblet here on the sword gold. I kind of like the look of the white handle, so maybe I'd just be painting that one goblet gold. Yeah. Got a lot of... I don't know, I got a lot of ideas. And this guy's still a fairly open canvas. Well, hey, thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it. So let me tell you a little bit what we're doing tonight. So, let me pull down our two principal actors tonight. Let me set up. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing Duncan Rhodes's new, well, not new, but kind of new line of yellow paints. There's a specific mini that I want to paint in old style Warhammer colors. And his lineup of paint does the best to emulate that. So I want to test this lineup on this brown marine, Zenithal red, similar to what I did for this Smash Captain I'm working on. Yeah, that look came out real nice on him. Or if the colors look better over a white. And the reason I may be testing them is because I got a neat little mini. This is a mini from the Rogue Trader-Era of Warhammer named Captain Crab. Now, Captain Crab was sold in a magazine with 19 other Space Marines, and he was painted in the Lamenter's colors. He even had the checkerboard pauldron with a heart. So Captain Crab is the very first Lamenter Marine. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, he really shows his age. He's on a 28mm base. He has a power pack, but it fell off. I'm going to glue that back on. And in his left hand, he holds a flamer. In his right hand, he holds a pistol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean him up a little bit. And to honor the mini as well as the Lamenter's chapter, being the first Lamenter, I want to paint him in that style of colors. Oh, hey, you're right, Death Company. We are almost at the follower goal. That's awesome. Oh, why the sad face? This is happy. He's going to be nice and refreshed, and he'll be a good-looking Marine in the new age of Warhammer. So I'm real excited for him. Just got to clean him up some, and then he'll be good to go. Oh, no, it's not lost. Well, okay, yes. Well, it's not lost. It just broke off from the old owner. So I have it, and I'm going to clean it up too, and glue it back on him. So he'll be okay in the end. There we go. He'll be good as new. I'm real excited for him. Looks like there's a button I need to press. Let me go press that button real quick and I'll be right back. Just point the camera at these good-looking Marines. I'll tell you what, computers are not fun. Computers do not make people's lives easier. Computers are dumb. And not only are computers dumb, Computers make me angry. Ah. I'll tell you what. I don't know why TikTok Live does what it does, but I'll tell you what, it's not smart on it. Yep, we're starting to see some people come back in. That's good. Let me tell you, though, I did not expect that to happen. No, who knows why TikTok does what it does. Hey, Mark Evans, thanks for joining us. Happy you could come back. Yeah, it's been a weird, night. Oh, hey, I'm already seeing what are they called? The lights climb back up. Sure appreciate you guys. All right. So let's check on our brown prime model real quick. Looking good, looking dry, too. I'm thinking he's ready for a coat of Vallejo. What do you guys think? Is he ready for a coat of Vallejo red? Yeah, that's what I think too. All right, so let's set him down. We'll take one last look at White Star here before we... Yep, that's some good looking coverage right there. Nice. All right. Well, let's put him up. We'll move our Duncan Rhodes paints. We'll take probably only 4 drops. 5. Let's do 5. That way we have a little bit for a test. And then we will start spraying them down. So if we're doing 5 drops of airbrush paint, we want to do 5 drops of airbrush thinner. Let's turn on our compressor at 33 psi. Get the last of that white out of there. Yo! Thanks for coming back, Silverchair. Oh, hey, Voxcaster, how's it going? The stream that was on just before this died, so... Yeah, we're starting back up. Perfect. Well, let's grab 3 drops of thinner. No, what was it? 5 drops of thinner. To go with our 5 drops of Scarlet Red. Oh, yep, that's right, Voxcaster. I am working on some new yellow recipes. So let me show you what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to zenithal this Vallejo Scarlet Red over this Vallejo German Red Brown Primer. Then I'm going to zenithal it with white, this, similar to how I did for the Smash Captain we were working on the other night, with the goal of using Duncan Rhodes's yellow paints to paint old Rogue Trader style Marine. Should be a lot of fun. I'm real excited to try it out. Well, hey, thanks for the like, Silverchair. I appreciate it. Silver Milk Carton, excuse me. I was thinking of that Narnia book. It's a good book. Oh, look at those bubbles. I love watching the bubbles. Nice. All right. Oh, yeah, I like the army paint yellows. Maize yellow is a great one to airbrush. And undercoating with army paint or familiar pink is one of my favorite techniques. And away we go. Oh, yep, we're getting some good red on that brown. Looking good, looking good. Got to do a careful highlight. Just like a shade. I like how thin it's setting. Looking good. Oh, I'm very happy with how this red came out. And it's sticking to the tops and it's transitioning nicely into the primer. Oh, this is a good looking shade. I'm very happy. Nice. Well, let's set him down to dry while we clean out the airbrush. I'll tell you what, though, this red was a little messier than the others, so I say that, then it cleaned up so much easier. Yeah, that was pretty red. I was very happy with it. All right. So here we go. Time for some bubbles. That's one of my favorite parts of using an airbrush, the bubbles. Perfect. All right. Well, let's go ahead and put this compressor back on the charger. I need I had a airbrush stand, but it broke. What I need to do is either make a new one or buy one off of Amazon. Jeffrey Bezos needs money for his Warhammer too, I suppose. Ha ha. Does this work? It does not. Oh, but maybe it can. I'll just give it a hug. Well, okay, it does a good job holding, except for the fact that it's so top heavy. I guess it's better than nothing. Well, for the moment, I'll just put it over here where these other paint bottles can hold it up. let's go back into our mini. I guess under the sliding, he almost looks like he's primed with Mephiston Red. Not at all what we were going for. Yeah, I can still see that brown in the recesses. But yeah, almost looks like Mephiston Red. Survive, adapt, overcome. Woo, Death Company. Thanks for coming back. Let me tell ya, TikTok can be a little weird about streaming sometimes. I'll tell you what, though. Sometimes, it's smart. Who said computers were smart? Yeah. So let's set him down. He's got to dry out a little bit. I just barely remembered we'll have to do some kind of zenithal shading. Well, yeah, no worries. Yeah, it was weird. It just suddenly stopped. I was like, TikTok, why do you do this to me? But yeah, we're going to need a Liquitex that guy. No, just give him some good shading. And then once that's done, we'll be able to A/B test the Duncan Rhodes paints against each other. I'm excited. They're good-looking paints, and some of his other paints I've used are really good. Duncan Rhodes is good at paints, I'll tell you what. Let's see, what's this? I like to... Oh, yeah. Grab a magnet, and you'll beat the machine spirit into submission every time. I like it. And that's what it takes. That's what it takes sometimes, too. You gotta beat it into them. Oh, looks like we're already at 500 likes. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Alrighty. Let me scoot this back up a little bit. Yeah, that's looking good. Oh, yep, one of your computers betrayed you, so you grabbed your magnet. That's what it takes sometimes. That's what it takes. I will say it. I said it earlier tonight. I'll say it again. Computers are not smart. We don't have to worry about the AI revolution anytime soon. ChatGPT not taking our jobs. Nice. Let me check this other guy. Yeah, that's a good looking white on him. Toxic Creepers, that is an awesome name. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, the flesh is weak, do you say? The machine is better than the human? That is heresy, brother. Repent! Repent! Just cause the Iron Hands say it's okay, doesn't mean that it is. You know I'm right. Let's ask Ferrus Manus. Oh, wait a second. He's dead. What? You fall into chaos? No! Brother, say it ain't so! No! Rickster, thanks for joining us. Old live died, but we got a new live here. Oh yeah, airbrushes are so much fun. There's a learning curve to it, and I'll readily admit I'm still learning it, but it's a good one. So, let's go ahead and we'll start let me just take one more look. Yeah, it's feeling dry. Oh, yes, you clearly came in at an intense moment. But it looks like we've just saved our brother Death Company chaplain from the depths of heresy. The Emperor wills it. So let's boost this to 40 PSI. We'll give this a good shake. And then let's take probably 5 or 4. We'll take 3 drops. And then away. Oh, test spray. There's a reason why we do a test every time. Because sometimes... Oh. Yep, that was a good test. Whee! And a 1, and a 2, and a skiddly diddly do. Yep. Oh, I love Zenithal so much. I love using it to get those natural highlights. Looking good, looking good. Yep, those are some good highlights on there. Yeah, look at this Zenithal. Oh, I'm so happy. Looking good. Look at that coat. Oh, that is some lovely Zenithal. We're going to get some good recess shading in there, I think. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm very happy with how this came out. Well, let me set this down, and then I'll start cleaning out the brush. Hello, Vash. How's it going? You just caught us just in time. We just barely finished a really nice Zenithal. I'll show it to you once I finish cleaning out the brush. Oh, it's right here. Let's see, let me move the camera a little bit. Do a hard zoom. Yeah, there he is. Oh, you posted some of your work, Vash. I'll have to go check it out. I'm excited. Yes. Part of the fun of Warhammer for me is showing off what I do with other people. You know, I feel like I got a knack for painting yellow, and I like, helping people learn how to paint yellow. I'll also readily admit that one of my weaknesses is the color purple. So I like learning about how to paint a better purple. Do I think Zenithal would work in Templar work? I think so. I've seen some good Zenithal Black Templar tutorials. What they usually do, if I remember right, is whatever color they base, they Zenithal it blue, and then they Zenithal it with something like a black contrast paint, so you still get the blue highlights underneath the black armor, or something like that. I've seen people use blue to get something like the blue tones of the Black Templar armor, and I've seen people use silver Zenithal for, what are they called? Iron Hands. Because Iron Hands have a kind of a deep gunmetal gray black undertone rather than the blue undertones of the Black Templar. So yeah, I would think it would work. Oh, I didn't know you were colorblind. Yeah, that silver idea should work, though. Would you still be able to see the glint of the silver to know it's on the model? My name is Tyler. That's an awesome name. Thanks for joining us. See, I'm more of a grimdark. I like dark and grimy since I'm not good at coloring in the lines. So then... Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, that's good to know then. Yeah. What I would recommend then is maybe... do that that grimy silver undershade. You could even do, what's it called? You could spray it with, what's the name of that spray? Lead Belcher. You could spray it with Lead Belcher, and then that should do it. Yeah, once you prime it with Lead Belcher, you should be able to what's it called? Zenithal the black over it. I'm real interested in that combo now. I kind of want to try it myself. That sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Let's see. Ooh, yeah! That sounds like a great idea for a chunky dreadnought. Especially when you're using a model as big as a dreadnought. Let me see if I can... Oh, yeah. Here's some dreadnought legs. Dreadnoughts are really big, so I think you'd be helping yourself out a lot by using a spray primer like Lead Belcher to first go at it. Let's see. Remind me, do you have an airbrush? If you don't, then you could just pick up a bottle of Chaos Black Primer, and, instead of spraying it directly like you would the Lead Belcher, you could just make quick side-to-side passes. So what you do, here, I won't spray inside the house. I like breathing once in a while. Is, I'd take the primed model, and then I would make whoop. I would start pressing it down. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Psh, 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 psh. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Using spray paint's a good idea. But, doing this little psh, 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 mini second strokes are, a good way to keep control over the spray primer. And as it settles, you'll be able to decide, how much of a thin coat you need and just layer it one after another, after another, after another. So it's a great way to keep control over how dark it gets over the Lead Belcher. All right, well, I'm curious enough to try it. I've done similar techniques for undershading Lamenters with Mephiston Red and White Scars, so yeah, I know at least the technique works. Oh, hey, thanks for the share, Silver Milk Carton, I appreciate it. Looks like we already got some more people joining us. Omnicron Samurai, thanks for joining us. We were just talking about ideas to paint Iron Hands with Vash. Do you happen to have any insights or wisdom you could pass on? Oh, yes. I'm excited to check out your apothecary. Oh, yeah, that's a great question. Vash, are you going to use Vashtor in your lineup at all? That'd be a fun one, because he's all about tech. You could use him as a... Let's see, if he's on a... I think he's on a 80mm base. So you could proxy him as a Redemptor Dread. If he's on a 90 or 100... Wait, 90? 90? No, 100mm base, you could proxy him as a repulsor tank. Oh, yeah, I should take a photo of this. I'm real happy with how this came out. Gonna give it the caption, or I'll give it some kind of caption. Give me 1 sec. Oop. Oh, hey, Ellie. Yeah, we're working on Lamenters right now. Got this nice zenithal shaded done, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna take a nice photo for Instagram and also to send to my mom because she likes how I paint. And then I'm gonna move on to putting him the a yellow paint on him. Yeah. Vashtor the Archifane in an Iron Hands army. Doesn't that sound like fun? Let's play with the aperture a little bit. That's one. Let's see. I wonder why it's not focusing. Ooh, you're working on the Sisters of Battle. That sounds awesome, Ellie. It sounds certainly less heretical than sticking Vashtor the Archifane in a Iron Hands army. Why can't I get this to focus? Oop. That's right, Vash. You gotta scream. It's heresy to the highest extreme. Yep, that is blown out. Oh, looking a little better. Oh, looking a little worse. Why can't I get it to focus on the face? I said face, not base. Okay, that looks good. That might be our winner. I spoke too soon. Yep, that's the one. There we go. Well, hey, thank you. Yeah. It's lamentably on Instagram, just like it is on TikTok. And YouTube and Twitch. And Streamlabs. Anywhere else I forgot. Well, cheers, Vash. Thanks for tuning in as long as you could. Hope you have a fantastic night. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start mixing up a little bit of the Duncan Rhodes Dark Sun Yellow. I'm going to paint it on, airbrush it on this model and this model so that we can get an idea of how well this old Warhammer style looks. Or trying to emulate it. After that, we'll zenithal highlight it with Skulker Yellow. And then maybe some extreme highlights with Yellow Flame. Or we'll do painted on brush highlights. I forget the proper term. Brush highlights? Something like that. Let me screw this back on. Let's see, here we go. Alright, let me pull out my handy dandy airbrush primer. Can't forget airbrush primer. That's so important. Ooh, Elias, any advice on how to keep my Adeptus Custodes weapon blade on? Because they won't stop falling off. So I guess the first question I should ask, or if it's falling off, is it a Forge World weapon head or a regular GW plastic weapon head? That could make a difference, because if you're using Forge World, you'll want to use super glue. If you're using the GW plastic weapons, you'll want to use GW plastic glue. That could be making a difference. Let's see, you don't know. You bought it from PlayStop. Were the models already painted? Oh, shoot. I squoze a little too hard. Spilled mustard. That's what I did. There we go. There's our 8 drops. Okay, so they're not painted. Are the weapon heads the same color as the rest of the plastic? Or are they a different color? If they're a different color, are they something like a little more like a white than the gray of the plastic? Oh, they're white. Oh, no, same color. Dang it. Well, if they're the same color, that means they're plastic. What a puzzle. So you're already using plastic glue or super glue on them, is that right? Try to scoop some of this off into the airbrush. It's after I painted them, they fell off, yeah. Okay, so since there's already paint on the model, I would find a good super glue. Give me just a sec, and I'll show you the one oops! Oh dear. Oh, give me just a sec. What? Oh, I am dropping everything. Oh. This is the super glue I would recommend. Low Sight Ultra Liquid Control. You should be able to find it at your local supermarket. What it is, it's a very precise liquid super glue. That's LOCITE, Ultra Liquid Control. With this little thing on the side, you're able to control how much comes out. It's very thin glue, so you don't have to worry about it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you've been using? Excuse me. Well, shoot. I'm sorry it's not working. That's what usually works great for me. Oh, just a different brand, though. Got it. Let's see what. Let me wipe up this paint real quick. Let me wipe up the side of this brush. Oh, GameStop glue 2. Got it. Well, that is the extent of my thrown a shot in the dark. No, GameStop glue is probably real similar to this Army Painter super glue. It's probably just like a what a puzzle. I'll tell you what, though, this Skulker yellow looks good. Kind of looks like Averland Sunset, actually. I was not prepared for how good this would look. Duncan Rhodes knows a thing about painting. Clearly. Yeah, it's very pretty. I'm impressed. Don't doubt the master. Yeah, that's a good looking yellow. I'm very happy. Now let's test it over the pure white. I'm excited. Let's actually move this guy to the side a little bit so he's not in spray range. So you're new to painting, so I don't know much about it. But yeah, putting the models together is a lot of fun. Sometimes I say it's more fun than the actual painting. Oh yeah, definitely a little brighter on this white primer. Ooh. Coming out a little more thick. I must have burned through all the one that the flow improver used. But yeah, looking how it's coming out. I do think it looks better on the brown and red primer. I'll put them side by side in a sec, but yeah, it looks better on the brown and red. Here we go, side by side. Yeah, this actually came out brighter, so I'll do another coat on him to try to bring it to a more even tone. Yeah, this looks like Sunforge Yellow. Oh, your dad makes you spray paint your models outside? Yeah, that's good. Speaking from experience, you don't want to spray them inside. It's a great way to mess up your lungs. Doing it outside is a smart thing to do. Mickey Ray, that's an awesome name. Thanks for joining us. All right, let me clean out my brush real quick. Then I'll start picking up the things I dropped. Yeah, it stinks real bad. There we go. Let me just stick a little more cleaner in there. Mr. Morse, that is an awesome name. Thanks for joining us tonight. Morse. That is a super cool name, like Samuel Morse. All right. Let me stick a little more. Let me roll back my chair a little bit. I'll be able to grab my... Oh! Ouch! Gotta grab my stuff that I dropped. There we go. Airbrush cleaner. Definitely need that right now. I was using airbrush thinner. So here we go. Looking good. Let me tell you what, airbrush cleaner is a modern miracle. It's important to keep airbrushes clean. All right. Oh! Drop more thinner. All right. Let me plug my compressor back in. And then I will stretch my legs a little bit. Oh, Shoot. Oh. Let me tell you. Investing in a good chair is important. Got a nice chair, but it's not a great chair. Ooh, you painted a Battle Sister for your dad the other day. Well, I'm glad he liked it. That's awesome. Good deal. All right. Let's see, looking at these models side by side, I'm thinking the one we primed brown looks better than the one we primed white. Let's give it a minute more to dry, and then I'll take a photo to stick on Instagram and all the other fun socials. Oh, you use a lawn chair to paint your models. That's awesome. Oh, did you just barely change your profile pic? Gustav Bethea, that is an awesome name. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, looking at these side by side, I'm thinking the brown primer looks a little better. Nice. Well, it's a great looking profile pic. Great job. So here we go. Let's put this one here. This one here. We'll put this guy right here. And we'll put this guy right here. Let's bring them forward to the light a little bit. Oh, thank you. Just want to make sure it looks good in the light. Perfect. That's some nice balanced lighting there. Let's pull out the handy dandy camera. And then we'll take some photos. So let's take a look. Deadwish, that's an awesome name. Thanks for joining us. Oh, you only get a good look at their guns. Hang on. Let's play with aperture mode. When in doubt, shallow aperture. And that's too bright. I guess that is the game you play. Oh, that's looking good. Yeah, I think that's our winner. All right. Just deleting some of the bad photos real quick so it's easier to sort them through my camera. I take too many photos and I keep too many bad ones. Alrighty, so let's turn that off. Yep, sometimes the first model comes out good and then... Oh, yeah, like literally this guy looks better than this guy, I say. I'll still throw it up on Instagram, see what everyone else says. Yeah, that's drying real good. It's going to take a few minutes before it's ready for the Skulker Yellow, though. So, what I'll probably do instead is... Actually, maybe depending on how those look. See, I'd been planning on using Tamiya Flat for this guy, but, I really like the depth of these colors. If they look good, maybe I'll use them instead of this. Very tempting. Very tempting, I'm not gonna lie. So if that also looks better, then I'll probably do this Tamiya in the same color. Well, I think I've successfully painted myself into a quandary. Oh yeah, I really like how this Vindicator's coming out. I like how, we have this, I put a little overspray from my brown primer onto the blades, so it looks more worn and torn. When I put the yellow over it, it'll look even better, I think. I'm really excited to try that out. But yeah, it looks good, and I feel good having it, too. Gooby Foob, that's an awesome name. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I really like how this guy's looking. Yeah, I really like painting the Predator chassis vehicles, especially Vindicators. There's a lot of fun recesses to shade. But yeah, definitely a fun model to work with. Oh yeah, this primer is just about dry too. I tried doing some panel modulating here on the back, but the primer looks like it ran. I should have just stuck to ink. Maybe I can fix it. Only one way to find out, I guess. I wish this shovel end moved a little better. Oh, yeah, I kind of do have a goofy laugh. Yep. I've been told sometimes it sounds like a supervillain laugh. I'm like, which one? Doofenshmirtz? Yep. So I think I'll at least... No, that's probably good as is. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably some good shading as is. It's these blotches I don't like. Maybe what I should do is... Nah, you got the character who don't take threats seriously laugh. Ooh, I like that. Oh, Yes, that sounds lots of fun. I think what I'll do is I'll shade this in Crusader skin to try to tone out these white ink blotches. And if it looks good, I'll do another coat of Zenithal white. But do I want to do Crusader skin or Warrior skin? Crusader skin looks a little more sepia. Warrior skin looks a little more mud brown. So let's do this to get more mud. So, since we're still waiting on these to dry, let's move them out of the way. Stick them on top of the spray box. We'll move this guy back over here. Let's grab a little bit of Flow Improver and Speed Paint Medium. Oh, you're going to stab me? Go ahead. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Let's see, 35 PSI. Let's do 2 drops of Flow Improver. You feeling lucky, punk? Make my day. Ooh, snap. Oh, hang on, let me count, because I'm bad at counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Snafu asks, what do I think of the Joy Toy line of Warhammer? Well, I'll tell you what. Looking at it gives me joy when I look at those toys. But I would not buy one because I fear... Well, okay, I don't know. If I'm going to spend what little money I have for fun, I'm going to buy it on regular-sized Warhammer. That way I can use it in my Warhammer games. Bees do good. Hey, I'm doing good. How about you? Hey, Snafu just had a great question, Bees Do Good. Do you know those Joy Toy Warhammer figurines? What do you think of them? Yeah, Ellie, let's get your opinion on them too. Oh yeah, Bees Do Good. We're talking about the Oh, hang on, I need to go press a magic button. 1 sec. There we go. I already lost one stream tonight because TikTok verification's weird. Whew. Ooh, Ellie says that she's using some wax to hold her Custodes weapon blades in place. That's nice. Alright, let's start doing this overshade. Well, this shade. If it's an overshade and it shades, then it's just shade. I'm specifically going for the spots that have these blotches on them. I actually spilled a little bit as I ran out the door, so I better let it dry and then I can try again. Or do a little more. So let's see. I think I did 2 drops of flow improver. Two drops of thinner. Then we'll only do 2 drops of speed paint medium this time. Oh, I did 3. So we'll do 7 drops of warrior skin. Yeah, Joy Toy looks cool. I know there's the Space Marine you can paint. I'm very tempted to do that. That could be a real fun project. I was also talking about eating a chocolate-covered primer on stream earlier in the night. Maybe I'll do that for when I hit 1 million subscribers. Mix, mix, mix. Look at those beautiful bubbles. Nice. Alright, that's a little darker shade. Here we go. Other side, and away we go. Looking good, looking good. Oh, I went through it fast. Huh. I was not prepared for that. But it does do a good job shading in those blotches, which is what I was going for. So let me gently put this back down. Oh, they have a Death Core of Krieg? That's awesome. Let's see, what Space Marine you should draw? Should you draw? Well, Ellie, in my extremely biased opinion, I say Lamenters. Snafu raises a good point, though. If you're already drawing Adeptus Sororitas, you should draw an Adeptus Sororitas, because you're already good at it. And then, of course, you should paint exactly what you want to. Whatever makes you happy. That's what the Dog of Wisdom says. Happy has to happen. That's one of the many modern Marvel miracles I learned off of YouTube. All right. So that's drying pretty good. Even getting a little bit of panel lining. That's nice. Maybe I will try a little bit of Crusader skin on the blade. Because the idea is... No, that's a very heavy frontliner unit. Ooh, that one picture someone drew of Horus versus Sanguinius. You redrew it. Nice. Is it on your TikTok? Eric, thanks for joining us. Nice. I'll have to check it out when I end the stream. Looking good. Alrighty. Let's make this a wide spray, and then away we go. Yep, that's a nice grime. Oh, that looks so good. Good grime. Nice. All right, let's check on those intercessors we're A/B testing. Yep, brown primer still looks better. A little more even. I like that. Feeling about dry, so maybe it will be ready for our next layer of Skulker Yellow in a couple minutes. Hey, Galactic Empire! Today is another glorious day for the Empire, and the Lamenters are doing just fine. My day's been great. How about yours? Ooh, thanks, Ellie. I'll make sure to check it out. Oh, Galactic Empire, I want you to meet Ellie. She just did a painting or a drawing of Sanguinius versus Horus on her TikTok. You should check it out. I'm glad you're all right. I'm happy to hear that. Getting ready for the weekend? Weekend's coming up fast. And then the weekend will pass too. Let me tell you, I am not prepared for how fast they go. Yeah. Check it out. Oops. Let's see, let me move this Skulker yellow off to this. Oh, wait. Oh, no, Skulker is the one we want. So, let's move these to the side. That speed paint's still drying. So we probably don't want to move that quite yet. Ooh, Dreddy! Yeah, Galactic Empire. I am happy to say Dreddy is doing good. Let me pull him out. And, let's see, I spilled some of my shade paint, so let me move him over here. Yeah, I was working on some shade for him the other day. I was trying to do a technique called panel modulation to make these top panels stand out a little thicker. I'm going to have to recoat these white paints. But to be honest, I was going to repaint them anyway because they weren't fully layered the way I want them to yet. So he's definitely going in the right direction. But yeah, Dreddy's looking good, and he's almost ready for the tabletop. And he is gonna slay all day. I'm real excited for him. Oh, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I showed you, but I did some work on the muzzle burn. It's almost where I want it. The purples are looking good, but still want to put a couple layers of thin black ring around them. But yes, your son is doing very fine. He's the pride of the Imperium. Oh yes, Dreddy would be very happy to slay some orcs. Making bacon. You're just in time. We were talking about the muzzle burn on Dreddy. Dreddy is just about ready for the battlefield. He's got some good muzzle burn. He's got some good shading. Gonna be touching up these white panels again. And then once I clean up some of the joints, he'll be ready to stomp onto the battlefield and slay some orcs. Where are the heretic fungi creatures, you ask, Galactic Empire? Well, I'll tell you. They're right over there. And over there. And over there. And there's a piece of them over there, too, because Dreddy blasted them all to pieces. No, he's not the bane of this TikTok channel. He's a boon to this TikTok channel. He is a blessing. He makes this place shine with his presence. See, if I'm careful, I shouldn't get any of that Skulker yellow in there. Oh yeah, Dreddy carries. He doesn't need arms when he has all the guns. For the Emperor! Shake, 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 shake it. Shake, 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 shake it. Do 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 do. Shake, 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 shake it. Alrighty. So, let us pull out. Let's see. We're not going to need nearly as much. We did 8 each, I think. So maybe let's do... Here we go. 4 drops of thinner. Wait. No, 8 drops of thinner. Two drops of flow improver. And then we'll do 4 drops of Skulker Yellow. Gotta be careful, because as we learned with Dark Sun, it comes out in a burst. Ooh, Rallin Elnox is coming along. I did some good shading work with the airbrush on him the other day. I cleaned up his pauldron. He's getting there. Oops. Alright, looks like it's already been bleeding. That one was pretty airy, so let's do a 5th. That should be good. Ooh, spring break starts next week. That's awesome. Ooh. Spring break is a lot of fun. Why is it free? Oh, yeah, I don't know why it froze. It was weird. Just being rude, I guess. Here we go. We got some good bubbles. We got some thin bubbles. Let's do a quick test spray. Let's do another drop of thinner and another drop of flow improver. Okay, 2 drops of flow improver. Why not? Well, hey, sure appreciate it, Galactic Empire. Let's see. Let's mix up those thinners and improvers. We're getting better bubbles for sure. That's good. Nice. I think that'll do it. So here we go. Yeah, that's looking good, all right. Got some nice highlights here. Yeah, that's looking real good. That's a nice bright highlight. Very good, very good. Very nice. Oh, I'm very happy with it. So you still got a little bit there. Oh shoot, we're already at 5100. Galactic Empire, you're a beast. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, that's good. That's looking good. All right, let me clean this out real quick. Nice. Let me tell you, Flow Improver does make a difference. And so does Airbrush Cleaner, which I seem to have lost. Where did I... Here it is. Yeah, let's try cleaning this out. Very nice. Well, hey, Galactic Empire, you're a beast. I sure appreciate it. All right. That's looking good. Uh-oh. I have a loose cap. Who's missing a cap? That's always scary to me because I'm like, what paint do I need to... What paint's going to dry out? Well, let me turn off my compressor and put it back on the charger. That gives me a sec to stand up and then look for that paint. Make sure it's not falling off on the carpet somewhere. bother. I swear, next time I come down here, I'm going to see a puddle of paint, and I'm like, oh, there it is. Oh, and it'll be a mess. No bother. Well, it's not something I dropped. That's good. I will say, I am happy with how these yellows are coming out. Not sure how I'm going to incorporate the yellow flame now, but I will say, these are a good looking pair of smooth yellows. I think the brown primer with the red zenithal came out looking better still, but, you know, that's still not nuttin'. Shoot, I already know what's going to happen. I'm going to come down next time I stream, and there's going to be a big puddle of paint, and I'll be so sad. It looks like a speed paint lid. Let's see, the ones I used tonight were Crusader skin. That's right here. Didn't use Holy White tonight. That's already over here. I mean, in theory, everything should be in its spot. So what am I missing? Well, what I'm missing is a pot of paint, clearly. Ooh, Ellie, you're almost done with your sororitas. That's awesome. Glad for that. We should commission her to look for my missing paint bottle. Well, I'm gonna make the bad decision to ignore it for the moment. I will say, I am happy with how smooth this looks. Very nice, very nice. Yeah? Can see some of where the impurities in the primer were, so I do think that brown one with the red zenithal came out looking better. Nice. Julie, thanks for joining us tonight. We're looking for a missing bottle of paint. Hopefully it'll turn up. Don't know if it will, but at least we're able to figure out it's not immediately causing a threat. There we go. While I get my airbrush mount fixed, this is the official new airbrush mount. Oh, bother. This is going to bug me all night. I just know it. Man. Our Vindicator shading's looking good, though. Yeah, it's looking like running mud down the front. It's looking like... Oh, Nico Jimenez, thanks for joining us. Just in time to check out this Vindicator tank. But yeah, it looks like it's definitely in a good spot. We got this natural grime running into the recesses of the blade. We got this natural shading around the front. Yeah, I think we did a good job shading it together tonight. Oh, Ellie, you're almost done with your Adeptus Sororitas. That's awesome. Well, I think we're in a spot where probably ought to wrap up for the night. We got a lot done. I'm very excited to see this all come together. And it's great to meet you, Ellie. I hope you have a fantastic evening. Galactic Republic, thanks for getting us real far tonight. You're a pride to the Imperium and the Empire. Hope you all have a fantastic evening and hope you all have a great night. Thank you so much. Bye.